In my hands, it summons a blade of shadow. It deals damage to the psyche. It was completely immune. It didn't even tickle. Also
I'm not surprised by that.
It also spoke to us directly into our minds.
I'm not surprised by that either.
And
It also made known that it was serving a different master.
Yes. But the thing that bothered me the most about it was the droplet sound of water. Very.
He raises an eyebrow at that. He looks at Lithian, who begins thinking of herself. Some sort of sacrilegious effort, perhaps. I was thinking the same. The aberrant's capacities are known to us, it and its ilk. Yeah. It was the last one. As far as we're aware, at least. I imagine it did the droplet to taunt you. Taunt us. A mockery. That's where its master, well, I imagine that might be the child. It might be asleep, but even sleeping things dream, yes?
There's one more thing.
Out of it.
The creature had a mark on its belly.
A mark?
Yes.
Very specific.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use prestidigitate to show them the mark? Does it work like that?
I don't think it does.
I have like three different spells.
Minor illusion that does that.
Ah, fuck. I don't think I have something.
I mean, probably have a scrap of paper or a bit of pen or something like that, you know.
You guys take some of the stinky ilk off of King Theodos and draw on the table.
Use it as ink.
Nice.
I'm not saying you actually do that, I was just saying that as a joke.
Yeah, fair.
Abigail produces, her journal, writes in it, presents it. This mark is unfamiliar to me. It's familiar to us. Oh? What is it then? A mark of traitors. Ha! Was on Zalfar. Not your sort of traitors, Your Majesty. Elaborate. What does he mean? What do you mean? Just think about it.
Barrick's the one with this knowledge.
What do you guys as players know about traitors? I've told you guys a good bit. Why they're
They
traitors.
attacked the king and then fled.
I'm not the most learned one, but I've traveled a large portion of Uranus. I've seen many different people, heard many different stories. The betrayal, the attempt at King's life. The mark on this creature implies a connection with that ancient evil that the assassination. It speaks of a reach far beyond this continent. It's
A far more menacing intent than we thought.
and a far older intent.
You think it's the child of Plurnus?
I
don't
think
know
it's
what
at
else
least
it could-
connected.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever easy, is it?
It's kind of a one step forward, two step back situation.
Yep.
Questions raised and answers given, yes. I'm afraid I know nothing of the mark. Do you, love? I don't believe I do.
How about the symbology of it?
Just in case you guys need to remember what it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, hi, friend.
Oh.
Why is it so small? Why is this dot so small? I drew an actual dot before, now it's like a line. Why is it so small?
So it's like an exploding star and little things wiggling down kind of thing.
There you go. There you go. I don't know why I made it so small.
If this mark imparts similar tribute or capabilities in less ancient, evil human traitors and the like. That could mean that they have a sophisticated network of communication we are unaware of. It could mean that they have means to plans in motion that could create another catastrophe. When I say that, I look in Abigail's, Eric's direction.
Maybe. I can't doubt what you're saying. It's a bit... Well, first off, he looks at you guys as a group, not as a court. I trust in your guys' judgment.
But now your judgment's to date my daughter!
But, that being said, you imply a conspiracy that stretches across continents, yes?
And time.
And time. I'm afraid I'm not sure if my kingdom can help you with it. You saw how it is on the way in. It is an insidious matter to think upon, but it is not a call we can answer. Not right now, at least. Perhaps in due time, but I think you all would agree with me that the city needs to be rebuilt.
Yes, I think our best bet is Tangent.
Or perhaps the city shall be moved.
To where? Wait, you can move on the whole city?
No. I suppose the most we're able to move is the sanctum itself. Maybe the upper reaches of the palace. Maybe. It is a question for another time. For the time being, we've done enough.
Could try to talk to the elven colony, see what they know about the child situation. If anything.
I imagine they might know more about it than us. They seemed very keen on investigating it. Ever since they first got here.
Well...
Well, start.
They don't want to talk to the non-elven colonies about this thing, so... If anything, possibly getting information from them could be a way to help us.
They're not close. I believe the closest one is the joint colony, Abigail remarks. All the way up in Balastran. That's quite a ways away.
Rose, shakes her head and, waves her hand. It's like you said, maybe. Just a different time. We've done a lot.
I imagine that might be a responsibility of Jesse and them.
Regardless, the survival of Aphiltorians is a killing of this creature, is a blow struck. Sure, something will stir now that we've kicked the hornet's nest.
Oh boy.
I'm drawing on the map here basically how the... This is not in any way correct in terms of geography, by the way. But just in terms of scale. But in terms of scale, yeah. So the Elven colonies are, as Abigail says, there's a joint colony in Balastran. But the Elven colonies had a bit of a different colonization strategy. They built close to each other, as opposed to provincial starts where claim as much land as possible.
A very human approach.
Yep.
Yes, a very human approach, yes. That being said, despite being built close together, it didn't save the Elven colonies from also facing the Night of Tempest, so... Yeah.
Feels rough.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fucking continent-wide cataclysm, so...
I mean,
I was
partially ocean-wide.
And also, oceanic. Well, I suppose that's enough for that for the time being. No, I suppose we should go to more pressing matters. More pressing matters? More pressing than this? Yes, very pressing matters.
Just
He looks at you,
reach out and
Quark.
talk to her. Oh, yeah, no, that checks out. That makes sense, actually.
I noticed you have a certain proximity to my daughter.
Rose scoots her chair like half a foot over.
Oh, me too. I am watching.
Yeah,
eagerly.
just he's sliding the chair away from
Stay
him.
out of the blast zone.
So Cork opens his mouth, closes it,
Mm.
opens it again, closes it.
Abigail,
And then
do you have popcorn?
Why in the bloody hells would I just have magically popcorn?
I don't know. You just like produce magic things sometimes. I don't know.
You do seem like the most likely to have popcorn on you.
Okay, now you're just being stereotypical. Feel free to open one of your rations and start eating the jerky from that, because I don't have popcorn.
Disappointingly starts eating jerky.
Anyway,
Papa, she just holds up a hand. No, Lorelai, this is a one-to-one conversation. She just sort of like dips in her seat at that, looking at her mother, who's just giving like a smile at the exchange. You guys hear a boop, a telepathic communication. It's not from Lorelai, it's from Lithian. He is a very dutiful father. No, there's never an except Cork.
yeah, I figured.
So, do you wish to explain this?
From the moment we met, I felt drawn to Lorelai.
Oh, really?
I did. But it wasn't until we managed to find ourselves in. Sorry, I'm having trouble finding my words.
Oh no, take your time, please.
I realized in Derelict Town.
You went to Derelict Town!
Oh, we never mentioned that, did we?
oh, that's a fun little
Not by
thing to have.
choice, mind you. It was kind of by crabs.
Wait until the story's finished before casting judgment. He's like he's like pinching the bridge of his nose with his left hand, crunching his fist with his right. Go on.
Can I mumble into the headpiece? Maybe not mention the giant seahorse fight. That got pretty bad.
Yeah, and like 2 of us died.
That is when I realized what I felt was more than
Giant seahorse fight, you say?
Like
Seahorse as in one of the hippocampi. Do you mean one of that?
yes.
Like you were saying, this is an A and B conversation. I'll just see myself out of it and just like scoots back further.
Spare no detail, please, Korik. Please.
I realized I came to the Expanse not knowing where my life was headed, not knowing what my purpose was, not having a place of where I could feel like I belonged. I never had. Well, I've had that some. I realized in Derelict Town that my place would be beside Laura. No matter where she finds herself, no matter situation, she will have me as my support, my protection, my devotion, and my love. I died in the fight against the hippocampi.
Describe this hippocampus. It was tormented. Cursed. And yeah, it killed like 3 of us.
It also had
Which
this
the
in it, and I hold up the Shard of Ends.
It seemed to have made a home in
Okay, 1, 2, 4 of
In
us.
in some sort of structure, and it swam through the darkness above Derelict. un-
What was in Derelict Town? What was it like? We've never been inside.
out of
What was in there?
lost souls, undead.
Yeah.
That is where I met Eleni.
Skulls.
You tickle me, funny bone.
Fuck that
It's here, Benny, actually in the back of your mind.
Oh, just break out a cold sweat like, nope, not
Not
again.
again!
You find me humorous.
No.
It's not like he's actually haunting you, it's more he's getting flashbacks of the jokes.
Yeah.
Like PTSD flashbacks.
Mm.
The closest analogy I can give you is it's a graveyard, shipyard, lit by these green grave lights, pulling souls closer to them.
Many attest to
Our
this.
guide, a headless, a head, skeletal head, named Benny, promised a way out. So we followed him under his guidance. And a couple of things led to another. The Corsair Fiend, actually, I don't know if Corey knows that's what it's called. Does he?
I believe it was mentioned to us.
The assassins referred to it as such, I believe.
Okay.
Also, I'm trying to do math right now. Hold on. So plus. What's the max proficiency bonus? Plus 6, right?
Yeah, it's +6.
So let's see, plus 6 double. 12.
17.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it should have been this. Nice.
Dear God.
Here's everything.
You don't think King Theodos is level 20?
I mean, I didn't expect him to have expertise in perception of all, perception. I figured he had
Rogue.
expertise in kicking
He's
cats.
freaking Swashbuckler the Rogue, dude. They got like 4 expertises.
Oh shit, that makes sense. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You're dancing around something. What is it?
When I died, I found myself elsewhere. In this sort of idyllic city, seemingly without memory of who I was or where I came from. All I had guide me really is feeling that I did not belong, and a name that would not stop ringing in my head.
And let me guess. He looks at his daughter.
Yes. She was my anchoring point of that. And
Lorelai sort of picks up at hearing that. No, Lorelai's fucking... She's been smiling at the success of this entire endeavor, like, ear to ear this whole time. Demurring here and there at certain circumstances of... So, anyways, I noticed you're close to my daughter. But other than that, yeah. But she picks up at that.
I found an old friend, someone who had followed me, I suppose, to protect me. He'd been abducted and killed, tortured. He provided the missing my memory. We uncovered a mage, suppose he was trying to escape this place. Fia, you were there, so what was the name? My memory betrays me. The city.
Oh, it was... Genuinely can't remember.
Traverstown.
Traverstown, that was it. Traverstown, I believe. Lovely place. From what I can recall.
We ascended... Well, he had ascended one of the beacons.
Oh, I'm glad you guys had a lovely picnic.
Yeah.
So far, long ago. Remember this? Yeah.
Oh,
I see.
The short of it is we were forced into a combat versus Venian. Peter.
I still feel like you're holding something back from me. Some sort of detail to the story that you're not saying, and you're trying to dance around. What is it?
Well, that came later, I suppose, after we escaped from Travis Town and Derelict Town and found out Justira. Just before we went to see her, I swore myself to protect Lorelei. Swore an oath. And that oath has given me strength I didn't know I could have. I show them by activating the Oath of Devotion Sacred Weapon feature. The Umbra hilt starts glowing radiant. I guess I'm knighted.
You guess.
Have some confidence.
Gods above. There's still more that you're holding back from me.
Is he referring to the Shard events? Or is it something else?
you mentioned the shard, haven't you?
What are you highlighting over here? Oh yeah, the
Well,
assassins.
this is we're trying to remember.
Yeah,
You know, they
mentioned the
sort of can
assassins.
like assassinate a hippocampy that nearly slaughtered you guys, but you know they're not super important.
More or less, they just snuck in at the end.
Yeah, but the thing is, they regretted asking you because they realized that they were actually able to do it themselves anyways. You guys are just insurance.
I like that you
Oh,
just
that's
suddenly
joyful.
have
Nice to
all
know
three
my
of them
death
appear.
was just insurance.
Yeah, you guys tanked the hits. A lot of them.
In Korik's defense, he was dead at the time. I think he had different priorities than remembering. Oh yeah, there were assassins, sure.
I mean, you guys met the assassin before the fight.
It's-
That's sort of why you guys went to the fight, is because you met the assassins.
There's a wide range of forgetfulness there.
Well, the only other things that I can call are the arrangements, the island with the Vinkoshi and Gil's brother.
Koshi.
Yes.
I'm not
And
even Koshi
also,
out there. Varric just does like a neck chopping motion, like, don't.
I honestly don't know.
I doubt we really saw all of them.
What does Star mean, by the way? Vinkoshi. I'm afraid I can't tell you, Your Majesty. You can't tell me, or you won't tell me. It's not my place to tell you, sir. He squints at Varric. You're going to deny me, at the heart of my capital, having just defended this capital, the meaning of a name. That is correct. You're a very, very bold boy. I'm loyal, sir. He looks at Cork. It does another one.
I guess the only other thing that I can think of would be the coin you had, Fia, and those assassins. What was that about?
Oh yeah.
There's more. He's like dipping in his seat, hearing more and more of the story.
Or he's just like, oh god, what
It's-
have we just let in?
Yeah, it's been a traumatic and exciting couple of days.
I mean, I
Did you guys
remember
have a coin
meeting them.
racer?
Died shortly after, so I don't really know what transpired between.
I mean, to be fair, I was very much dead as well.
I mean,
From
not
what
a
I remember.
ton.
I think it was they wanted to get out of where they were. I've forgotten the
Derelict Town.
place as well. My god, my brain. Yes, Derelict Town. They wanted to get out of Derelict Town.
If you want, I could probably fill in the gaps there.
Yes, please. But yeah, it was.
Open to discussion at this point. You guys have successfully colluded in the wooing of my daughter. Lorelai looks like embarrassed at that.
Oh my god.
She's like, Father. No, that seems to be the circumstance, and I won't be swayed from thinking otherwise. She's like, look, yeah, you guys like help. Olivia just smiling mischievously.
He is right though.
He's right though.
It's like there's not a way to help here besides be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Once from the top. I imagine you guys just sort of just smooth out all the details at this point.
Yeah, so just blah, 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 blah.
He's like,
I can actually
his
remember.
hands are holding the sides of his face. He's rubbing his temples. So let me get this straight one more time. It's like 30 minutes later.
It's like the end of Atlantis where he's like looking at a picture, looks down, is like, so let me get the story straight.
Well, in the case of Atlantis, they're trying to confirm a false story. As
Yeah,
outlined.
that's a good point.
So let me get this straight.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, no, Ruhan's chill.
Let me get this straight. The very same day you arrived here, you guys conspired with my daughter to leave this place in secret. You managed to dodge the Royal Guards looking for you, but not before going through the tunnels, the ones that were, just a few hours ago, assailed by an evil force, and this evil force tormented you mentally. So that's chapter 1. Chapter 2
like,
is you went to go get